Today is Saturday the 25th of February 2017. It is 10:44 Central European Time. This little video is just to inform people out there of the fact how once done away with their virtual, sub-virtual theater delusion crap, they felt compelled to renew and refresh the old crap that they've been pulling of trying to declare me and my brain and my body as my apartment and the house. And that is a humongous structure of routines of all natures, literally routines, body functioning hijacking. You know, the windows here in my apartment, the door, the missing interior doors, the piping, the plumbing, not piping, that's sabotaged English, the plumbing of my apartment, all things, the walls, the fact that my apartment is a hovel. See, if you declare someone as his apartment, and you know, my opinion of this apartment is it is a hovel, and I have not the best opinion of the apartment, but if they declare me as my apartment, that really means that they try to work on my phases that I don't have the highest opinion of myself, right? For example, the windows, one of them being broken to the extent that the hinges don't work anymore. You cannot actually open the window anymore, which is trying to be worked. Windows as an inlet for air, the air stream, the temperature, the heating system, which is not quite working properly, being tried to emulate it in my body with the temperature sensation of my body, my lung functioning, you know, the ventilation system in my body, the blood, the circular system in my body, and so on and so forth. All of that trying to be emulated somehow from the apartment, and tons of allegories, tons of analogies that are trying to be forced verbally, and so on and so forth. So, dear Fixmooney, and you know, when I woke up today, they had on all phases frequencies. I'm not perfectly sure what they did. They might have tried for something like remote recording, which is send recordings through other people's brains and then have them bleed into my field on all frequencies over the frequencies of my phases, and so on and so forth. So basically, they tried to declare me again as my apartment / my house, and so on and so forth, which of course would mean that when I'm in my apartment, I am my own body, my eigener Körper is virtually tried to be simulated in my brain, and a subset thereof only, because it's at the same time the house, then my apartment is just a subset of the house, and so they try to limit access in my brain to a subset of my brain only, and when I'm in my apartment, I am my own Fremdkörper in the apartment, and they try to make that sensation feelable, palpable, is that the word? They're sitting on my English again. That is old routines, tons of them. Those actually are issued all over the place to a whole lot of people, not as extreme and as aggressive battle routines as they are, and sabotaging routines as they utilize against me. But it has been going for ages and ages to declare people their place of living. That has to do with status symbols. That explains a whole lot of how people treat their houses and apartments, how people lust for representative buildings, because if they are declared where they live, then they want to be something better and thus go for a better place. I don't have a better place than this little hovel, and thus they try to declare me a hovel. With that, they try to utilize the status rank system, as in, well, you just live in a hovel, what status can you be? You don't live in a mansion or whatnot, right? So they try to, every possible way. They have been working on this for ages and ages and ages. And some of those routines are decades old, not just in here in my brain, but generally issued to a whole lot of people out there. And they worked on these for a whole long time, and as I did away with their stupid theater shit the other day, this morning and over the night they felt compelled to refresh all of that. An avalanche of a reminder of these routines, and it just was too much in total to not be completely tellable. And in addition to that, they reworked somehow how they did that, as I just explained. It seems like they were trying to remote feed recordings. It might also be that they are trying to actually attempt, I hope I can explain this right, drones out there, other people out there, they may or may not be comatose or in limbos or whatnot, or just very dim copies of people, shove the recordings via them, and as they shove them into the field, they might try to actually shove those into my fields on my own frequencies, which is a different approach than them shoving the recordings in straight away. Okay, I'm not sure what they think it does if they do it that fashion. I guess they think it does something, whatever. I just want to point out, I am not my apartment. I am not my house. Thus, my nostril has nothing to do with the airflow. My eyes have nothing to do with the windows, and so on and so forth. The dirty walls have nothing to do with me, nor vice versa. You know, for instance, well, let's not go there. There's just counter declaring one another. It's not just, you know, because an equal sign, for all practical purposes, works in both directions. So if they declare me equal to my apartment, they also declare my apartment equal to me. Okay, which really means that if I don't shave, for instance, or if you know, these windows are not tight and there's a street right down there, I got a lot of dust in here, and I could take the broom through the apartment every single day and find dust to you know, to remove. I don't do that every single day. So they work routines that my brain is dirty because the apartment is not as clean as it could be, and so on and so forth, and that my vision is impaired because I didn't clean the windows in a while, and so on and so forth. Okay, everything, there's fissions, is that the word? Fissures, that's the word. Fissures in the wall. Well, they're actually pretty lengthy, and they work that I have fissures, okay? And once more, my blood vessels being the plumbing and whatnot, and so on and so forth. All manners of idiocies. This is old shit, but I just want to point out that they felt compelled to refresh all of that because I did away with their latest theater delusion shit. And no, I'm not an apartment. No, I'm not a house. Poof. Nor has the status rank functionality anything to do with me living in this place. Okay? Or any other thing that you try to work with that. But I want to point out that contrary to that theater shit, which is not anywhere near as generally easier to people out there, some of the most basic routines down to this are issued out there to a whole lot of people. A whole lot of people. Okay? Just that I got tons more than the average Joe out there, and all of it in a sabotaging negative way, hijacking everything and so on and so forth. Okay? I want to inform you thereof.